Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Timmy B, host of the Fight in Sight podcast. This is the best damn podcast that you were not already watching until right now. This is my co-host, Brian BamBam Barberino, UFC veteran, and my good friend, and now your good friend. Brian, what's up, buddy?
Yes, let's go, Timmy B. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight in Sight podcast.
Bam Bam, our guest today is a young mixed martial artist out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, who trains out of Tower 1 Combat Sports under UFC featherweight Gavin Tucker. Always supporting her team in their corner, in the crowd. She's looking to make her debut very soon with Fight League Atlantic, of course. Their next show is June 7th in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia at the Zatzman Sportsplex. Bam Bam, go get your tickets now. Go get the pay-per-view at fightleagueatlantic.com. But let us welcome, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nikki Stardust, a.k.a. No Chance Nick, a.k.a. Nicole McMahon. Boom.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on, Nicole? How are you?
Thank you for being here.
I'm good.
So, Nicole Stardust, Nikki Stardust. Is that the nickname? Why does it say Stardust on your Instagram?
It actually kind of happened by accident just because I used to have a different Instagram and I got rid of all of my social media during COVID because I was so sick of hearing all of the things every day. And when I got into like the fighting, promotions, they want you to promote it. So I had to make a new one and my password wouldn't work for my old one. So my old one was actually Nicole M. Sunshine.
Okay.
And so I had to make a new one and I was like, oh, what am I going to pick? And I've always been a big David Bowie fan. So I went with Stardust. So that's how it happened.
Okay. I like it though. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What about, because the last name is McMahon, and obviously no relation to Shane O'Mac, Stephanie McMahon from WWE fame?
No, but when I was a kid, like wrestling was a big thing for your like grade 4 boys, so I'd always be like, oh yeah, that's my Uncle Vince, and they'd be like, oh my God, really? And I was like, no, you idiot.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, No Chance in Hell, Nicole McMahon.
I don't know. That one's kind of like
too long,
kind of hard right now because I'm like, no chance in hell I'm ever going to get in that cage at this rate.
No, dang it.
Geez.
Look, the reason why you're saying, and the reason why you're saying that, of course, is because unfortunately your fight fell out. You were supposed to be fighting at FLA 20. That's what we were going to be hyping up today on today's podcast, of course. But look, you're such a cool person, and Bam Bam. Like normally when I'm at the FLA, when I'm at the events, Nicole is always there supporting her teammates, man. Like always in the team, always supporting the Tower 1 people and all the East Coast fighters in general, right? Like Nicole's a big fan of it and everything. And so I was so excited to watch her fight, but hopefully Nicole very soon, right?
You will see it soon, 100%. Yeah. We've got a big build up here now. So it's going to be a good one when I finally get in there,
Yeah. Now, okay, but let's talk about that though, because that is tough, right? Like, that's 2 fight camps now that are unfortunate because you were supposed to fight last year. I think it was a FLA 15. I think you were booked in.
Yeah, it was this time last year, and 2 weeks out I broke my toe. Yeah. And I had to pull out of that one, and then I waited. I thought we were gonna rebook that one in September, but then that ended up with like another girl who was a good friend of mine, so I was super excited to watch her, and then I thought this one was it, man. To me, I was glowing. This all camp, I like intentionally was like, I'm going to enjoy this, like I'm going to enjoy the camp because you only get like maybe 9 minutes out there. And then this happened. So I'm not getting any time out there, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Keep the momentum
Stay
going.
positive.
I kind of like, it's funny, you called me young, but I'm 34, So I'm like, I feel like I'm old for this game.
Let me redo the intro.
Yeah, this old gal.
This old broad. We'll go with old broad. This old broad mixed martial arts. No, but okay. But here's the thing, though. So congratulations to you, though, because like, look, you're trying to make that walk, and it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You were training at TriStar, right, on your Instagram?
I went. Well, we went out to watch the UFC when it was in Montreal, so I stopped in there and visited them, which was super cool. I also I travel around Nova Scotia a lot for work, also I was in Cape Breton not long ago, and I visited Sprawler Brawl as well.
I saw
And
that.
they're a great team over there. They were all so welcoming and awesome. I'm excited to see a bunch of those guys are on this card here in June.
Awesome.
That's
was
very
it a good
crazy.
experience as far as like training, getting some different looks with different people, and being around kind of the atmosphere? You see like these other gyms and stuff. How did that go for you?
It was really awesome. I didn't TriStar is like a really big gym, so it's like a totally kind of different vibe. I just did their jiu-jitsu class there, and then I did a private with one of their coaches, which was really awesome. To get some different like feedback, different eyes on me,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
Sprawler Raw was super fun because like they're like a smaller gym, so it's kind of like you see like it's like an alternate version of like your kind of like home gym, it's like they're like a little family, and like I see like little bits of my people in them, so that was really cool.
Yeah. It's amazing though, because
awesome.
BamBam, like BamBam, because you've been watching FLA as well. But it's like every gym is like a little family. They're so tight knit. But when you go to the arena and you see all the fighters, they're all very complimentary of one another. Like they're all like ultimately they're East Coast Canada. Like ultimately they're all the Maritimes. Like they're all striving for that same dream. You know what I mean? So it's very cool, man, to see that. Did you beat everybody up at Sprawler Brawl? Do you want to call them out now?
Of course I did. I whooped all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
I even gave Matt LeBlanc a wet willy.
Terrible. So disrespectful. Was that after he tapped?
Yeah. No. He didn't tap yet. That was like to make him.
Oh no. Nice.
Got the
illegal.
tap after.
Yeah.
BamBam, you don't understand. That's legal in Canada. We're allowed to use
that.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
So here's the thing though. So I mean, obviously very exciting. Hopefully you get to fight soon. Where are you now? But I do want to comment though on your background, and for those only on audio, you got to check out the video. This is a barbershop in Tower 1 or connected to Tower 1?
Yeah.
That's very cool. And BamBam. Okay, so now if you can show us, because there's photos along the wall. This is, what is it called? Grumpy's Barber? Grumpy's Barbering?
It's Grumpy's Barbering.
Yeah.
And we've got like a whole bunch of, let me get this phone out of here.
Here we go, BamBam.
Or here. Look,
That's
so we've got famous Grumps.
That's so freaking
There's
cool,
Sophia from the Golden Girls there. Some really funny ones.
Oh, Bert.
There
you go.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
I'm growing
Judge
Bert's
Judy's
eyebrow.
One of my
Judge
favorites.
Judy.
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, these are
that
awesome.
Bilal on the bottom.
That's pretty awesome. No, I love that.
Like
I mean, that's cool, Nicole. Cool. So, look, tell us a little bit about who you are, though. Like, what's your background? Why did you get into this whole thing? Like, why do you want to do this? What motivated you?
Oh, it's like kind of a long story, I guess. But okay. Well, yeah. I got approved for like a surgery that I really wanted my whole life. I was like, I'm like a mom of 2, and like before that, I always had like really big boobs. Okay, guys, sorry if it's TMI, but they were massive. Okay. They were double G's, and I always wanted a breast reduction. And I finally got approved for the surgery, and the doctor. And at this point, like I'm a mom of 2, and they're young, and I was like 190 pounds, and the doctor said, okay, like we're gonna do this surgery. He's like, but you should probably lose like 40 pounds, so that you're happy with results and everything goes well. And I was all sassy, and I'm like, well, I'm a mother now. My body's different. I was like, I'll agree to 20. So that's like how I started training. I was like, okay, I got to lose weight for this surgery. And I started training because I had gotten my kids into like a jiu-jitsu class, and I saw like the Muay Thai and stuff going on. And I was like, that looks fun. So I started doing that to lose weight for my surgery, and I ended up losing like 60 pounds in 5 months. I went back to the doctor, and he was like, whoa. And then I did that, and then like just like right after I recovered, I kind of like just got into it more competitively because I just really loved it, and it really changed my life. It helped me find like a piece of myself, outside of being a mother.
That's crazy. That's amazing. Good for you. And then
Yeah.
But were you a fan of mixed martial arts before? Like, were you a fan
Yeah,
of
I
fighting?
always was like a fan, but I was like before kids, I was like a really shy person and I wouldn't play any sports. Like my parents like to try to get me in soccer and stuff. And I remember like I like went to this thing and I kicked the ball once and I fell on my ass and I was like, nope, everybody's looking at me. They're laughing. I'm out of here. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had kids and like my first son, he's like always been like the most friendly person alive, you know? And he really like, I was like, I want to be like that, you know? I want to be just fearless and just be myself. And so he kind of like turned me into this person who was just like, yeah, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Like, who cares what people think of me? I make my own people now.
Yeah.
So then I mean, like, I think that if I had got into it when I was younger, like I wish I had have, because I think it would have been something that I really enjoyed. But it's kind of like everything happens when it's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
So it was kind of
Absolutely.
like everything lined up in the way that I needed it to for me to get here, and I really did fall in love with it, you know. And it's just I've been through like a lot, you know. I'm not with their dad anymore, and like that's been like a big thing for me to just to show them what a strong woman is, you know. And
Yeah.
I remember being like overweight and like unhappy and like trying to tell them how amazing women are and what a strong woman was. And then I was like, wait, I could just be it. I could just show them, you know. So that's really like kind of like why like this hurt so bad when I found out that I wasn't fighting, because I've been really wanting that opportunity to show them and like show myself, you know, what I'm capable of and like what they're made of, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Were your kids going to
Yeah.
be in attendance?
I don't think they would have been for this one because I've had two kickboxing fights before, and
Oh,
they
okay.
were always on their weeks with their when they're with their dad, and he
Okay.
kind of like he's not very supportive of anything I do, so he kind of was like, she's gonna get hit so hard, she's not gonna be your mom anymore, and like tried to scare them
Oh,
and let them come. So I don't
that's a
think they
bummer.
would have made it. But if FLA finds a spot for me in September or November, those are my weeks with my kids. So this could work out even better.
There you go. Look, all things
Awesome.
happen for a purpose,
Yeah.
right?
And I'm
Yes,
I
like
mean,
open to
absolutely.
options too. I've been telling them, I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm old. I've been waiting for this for a while. It's like, why even do this amateur thing anymore? Like I'm open to pro. Let's do pro. We'll just start out there. Who
yeah.
cares?
Yeah,
Let's go. But I'm
absolutely.
really hoping to get out there soon.
No chance Nicole McMahon will whoop anybody. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like, just get her to the fight. No, but I'm,
Yeah.
and here's the thing though, Nicole, like that, thank you for sharing the story. Like, it's absolutely incredible. I'm
Yes.
sorry about
Yes.
some of the not so great stuff, but
No,
look,
it's
Yeah.
okay.
things always happen for a good reason,
Mhm.
like the way that all things work out. I mean, look at that. Your path was not towards becoming a mixed martial artist.
No.
Yeah.
And with all these weird things that happen. And the thing is too, is that it's so important to find a good gym. It's so important to be surrounded by good people and stuff like that, because that helps support and motivate you. And I like how you said, well, I forget the exact word you said, but it sounded like you're not doing one and done. You were like, oh, I know, you said my kids wouldn't be at this one, which means you're not doing this just for the one-time experience. You're
Oh
doing it to
no,
get
no,
into it.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to run it. Like as long as my body will let me, I want to chase that feeling, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's good. And look,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
great.
it. Bam Bam, I love it when there's female fights on the card. We don't get a lot of
Yeah.
female fights.
Yeah.
They're some of the
At FL.
best ones, 100%.
It always
Yeah.
steals the show. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, you know that they're going to put out, you know that they're going to kick ass. Like, and the
Mhm.
crowd gets so into it too, because it's more of a rare experience. But here's the
Yeah.
thing, Nicole, you're out there on the East Coast. And when I look at the Instagrams and I see Sprawler Brawls and I see, of course, the queen of the Kumite, Sarah, out
Yeah.
there, and she's out there and she's training with all these women. How come we don't see more women fighting? And just, ultimately across the world too, right? It does seem like we're in a bit of a lull in women's fights. It
I
does seem,
know. Yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
like that's been a big thing for me, just like because I've been trying to get in there for
yeah,
a long time and just finding opponents. And like I said, I've done two kickboxing fights. Neither of those fights were meant for me. They were actually meant for each other. And when one girl couldn't, then I was just like, hey, pick me. I'll go.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
I volunteer as tribute. And they're like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like it's been that's like the biggest thing is finding opponents, I think, and like
Yeah.
where it is such a small community out here on the East Coast, like of women, we all train together, so we don't really want to fight each other. In a lot of cases, wouldn't be appropriate anyways. So then you're having to fly people in and stuff like that. So it's like it's expensive. I think it's like a lot to do with that kind of stuff. But I would love to see, and like that's what I'm trying to be a part of that, of like growing the female community and like letting them know, like look, you can be a 30-year-old mother and you can just start and get into it and you can go fight in a cage. It's like that's what you want to do if that's what you love to do,
Yeah. And I can't wait till you get that first experience too. And here's like, look, Nicole is surrounded by so many great athletes, BamBam. So any advice we give her, she's probably heard it 30 times over. But on that first walk to the cage that you do, soak all that in, Nicole, because think about everything that would have taken to get to where you were, to have that moment. Don't miss it. Don't let it flash you by. Don't be like BamBam and just zone in right away. Absorb it. Get the feeling of it, because like that's going to be so incredible for you to make that walk for the first time. I'm so excited to see it.
I know. I don't think it's going to feel real until like I'm in there with a girl in front of me and they shut the door. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening. Great.
For sure. Okay, now I'll put in my mouth guard.
I mean, like, I just have like such a love for the sport and stuff that even like with my kickboxing fights, like I can't help but be myself, and like it's all smiles. Like I've got no intimidation face or like anything like that. It's smiles. I'm dancing. I'm like excited like the whole time. I remember my first one, Gavin was in my corner and he told my other cornerman, Coco, he was like, Coco, tell her to stop dancing. And then after the first round, he was like, and I kept dancing in between the rounds and stuff too. And he's just like, never mind, let her do what she wants.
Yeah. But that's what happened. But that's what happens though, right? Because it's just all that emotion and it's just all pent up and whatever it takes, right? Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'd much rather see a fighter dancing in the corner than like stressing out.
Yeah, and people love
exactly.
It too.
That's what
like
I was
it hypes the people up, They're like, man, this is awesome. Look how excited she is. She's putting a punch in the head.
Well, it's great that you actually like get into your groove to where you feel like loose enough and comfortable enough to, start dancing around between the fight, in the fight. I mean, that's really what it's all about too. Like if you get in that zone, I mean, I think you're gonna fight better than ultimately trying to be in like a strict, standstill kind of going forward kind of thing. I definitely do some dancing too on my way out to the cage. That's kind of like my moment. My kids pick my walkout song, so I always dance on my way out, feeling the song, and then when I get in, it's time to, it's time for me to work. And I definitely like one of those guys I get more locked in. But it's great that you get that, and definitely get kind of loose and comfortable in there. That's ultimately what makes a better
fighter. I love
that
feeling too of like when you are in there too. It's like almost like when it, like if you're at the beach and you like go underwater and it's like you can kind of hear like the people on the beach like muffled. Like it's like that's what it's like. It's like really peaceful. It's like you can only hear like your coach yelling at to you and like everybody else is kind of like underwater. And it's like such a
that is a
feeling.
Great example. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who would you have in your corner with you? Of course, you're going to have Gavin Tucker, I assume, because he's your head coach. Who would be your second?
Well, for this one, where it's amateur, I'm only allowed to pick two people, and Abdel was already fighting because he would be like one of my first choices for sure.
BamBam and I interviewed him, so BamBam's a huge Mummy fan.
Yeah. Oh, he's incredible. Absolutely incredible. For this one, I was going to have Patty Bear.
Oh, nice.
And
Pat the
Gavin.
Bear Carroll. Yeah, love that.
But there's like a few other who like I was thinking I wanted to ask Ty as well, but I wasn't sure if he would be on this card too, because Ty's just got really good eyes and he's very calm, and I find his whenever he's coaching the guys, he's really positive. He'll be like, oh, like do this, and then like if something like the situation changes, he's like, that's okay. He's like, now do this, and it's never like he's never like freaking out or anything. So like people with like calm energies like that, I think would be best for me.
Well, it's funny because BamBam, I forget if you were here on that interview, but when I was interviewing Beast Boy, he was saying that one of the people that he brings to the UFC because you get 3, one of the people is not a coach, not nothing, is just a hype man. And it's just
awesome.
And he said, it's just one of my good friends who has a good voice, who's just like, great kick, Mike. Way to go, Mike. Let's go. And he goes, I can hear that guy's voice. Like I can always pick his voice out of a crowd. And he goes, and that makes me so calm and happy, like when I'm fighting, because I can just constantly hear him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's like genius. Like I'd never heard that before. Another thing. Now, if anybody from FLA is watching or any organization, don't get mad at me. But another thing that guy did, he sold his cornerman spot one time at the Apex. Do you know about that, BamBam?
Clever.
I've heard of people trying to do that, but
he did it. He sold his cornerman spot for like, I think it was $20,000.
Wow, good for him.
And
That's
and I
nice
said, I go, I was like, did the UFC get mad at you for that? He goes, I don't think they knew. Like, I just brought the guy in.
Yeah.
And they don't say anything. You just like, boop, 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 and he's there. So I'm not telling you to sell your cornerman spot, Nicole, but I'm just saying.
I'll think about this, though. Yeah. I don't know if people pay that much for FLA, but we'll see. We'll see what we do.
Let me just tell you this, Nicole. It is worth it. It is worth it.
Like the experience.
Yeah, man. Because you know what? There's a lot of people in that crowd. Like the crowd in FLA is always crazy. The people go insane and they're always so excited. But I guarantee you a lot of them don't train. And they're, because you just haven't taken that step.
Oh man,
right?
I noticed that. So the UFC 315, the one in Montreal, this is my first ever live UFC event. I was so excited. Man, do I ever hate UFC fans? They're ridiculous. They are absolutely insane. The way they would just boo as soon as somebody's back touched the fence, they just start booing. And it's like, do you know how many like of your favorite things have been set up off that fence? And you're gonna boo as soon as they touch it? That's wild.
Yeah.
Like this is the unexperience of people who don't train and really like know the sport. They just watch it and like knockouts. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely.
It's frustrating.
I want to get to a few questions because I did write down some questions. I'm a professional, Nicole.
Oh, okay. I was going to interrupt.
How much will you be charging for autographs at FLA 20?
Autographs.
The fans want to know.
I don't know. Do they want to know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. How about we why don't we just give them away for free if we guaranteed a spot in September? I'm doing whatever I can.
Look, but that said, it is important, right? Like you got to get yourself out there. So like if fans come up and stuff like that, like you want to like take the selfies with the fans and stuff like that because you want to get your name out there. You want to get people demanding to see the Nicole Stardust fight. Right. I'm seeing which nickname rolls off the tongue better, BamBam.
I see that.
You know what? A funny story is like Gavin's girlfriend Maddie is one of my very best friends, and BamBam was actually our original idea for my nickname because it would have been Nicole BamBam McMahon, and we thought that was really funny.
That really rolls off good.
I like it.
BamBam
it's
McMahon.
Been done. I can't compete with BamBam.
BamBam.
That's all right. It doesn't matter. There's a couple other BamBams.
Not to put you on the spot, but would you give the blessing to Nicole McMahon?
Absolutely.
To Nicole, can you do
Absolutely.
Done. The blessing is there. Nicole BamBam
like
McMahon.
A lot of names in our back pocket here. I hope I can use one of them.
I like it. Let's see. Yep. Got that. What do you think about the all-female boxing card MVP Jake Paul card? Have you seen that? That's gonna be on Netflix.
No, I haven't. I try not
Nobody
to pay
cares.
attention to anything Jake Paul, honestly.
Oh, okay, good for you. I like you more now.
Yeah.
I like
BamBam.
Invicta.
Did you know about this?
That's really cool.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's talk about Invicta.
What?
Then.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's talk about Invicta. I have had Shannon Knapp on the podcast, right? Who's the owner and great woman. And for what she's done with Invicta, absolutely bonkers, right? To be able to be a successful promotion forever.
It's incredible.
And setting it up for women because like I'm telling you, there are so many female fighters that I know that we've had on the podcast that have been looking for fights for literally years.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's Jillian Go, who I had on the podcast. She fought like, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago now, her last fight. And she just can't find fights.
Yeah.
And like you're struggling to find it. So, I mean, that's a cool thing, promotion for Invicta. Nicole, that's obviously, I mean, in your dreams, you're on the Invicta stage one day.
That would be amazing. Like it's a dream that you don't dare to dream, like at my age, honestly.
Hey,
I would love it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, in all honesty, with the way that the female MMA is going right now, I mean, just a few wins. who knows, right?
I know it's true. Like it's more open for women, especially at an older age. And I like that. Like I've gotten like the whole kids thing out of the way, so I'm not gonna like need any more breaks. Moving on, so I'm just gonna run it.
Yeah, there you go. If
the
you
wheels
could
fall off.
If you could fight any female fighter, professional fighter right now, who would be someone that would be like a dream matchup for you that you would want to fight?
Dream matchup that I want to fight. I don't know. It's hard to like pick my favorites and be like, yeah, I want to beat the shit out of them. But
do you watch ONE FC?
I did that.
Yeah. Well, you know who I would want to fight? Just because I don't like it. I love like how MMA you can go anywhere, and I love to be comfortable anywhere, like on the ground, on the wall, standing, and everything.
Yeah.
But
Kayla Harrison.
No. No, she's in a different weight class for sure. No,
Strangle the crap out of you.
I'd love to take Mackenzie Dern though.
Oh yeah,
she seems really sweet, but like I don't have any respect for someone who's going to sit down and butt scoot towards someone in an MMA fight. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yep.
What about Stamp Fairtex?
That would be crazy.
Stamp Fairtex is awesome.
Yeah,
I love Stamp Fairtex.
Cool. I love her too.
Did you see that she had to relinquish her title now because her injury has another setback? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Nobody pays attention to ONE FC except for me. I don't know. But so she was the champion, right, in ONE FC. Great champion, whatever. Her one of her opponents like falls on her, or sorry, one of her training partners falls on her during practice and busts her knee. So then former guest of the podcast, Denise Zamboanga from the Philippines, she wins the interim title, sets up the fight between her and Stamp. And now just last week, Stamp has like re-injured or the injury's not healing well. Get this though. So now Stamp says, okay, look, I can't be champion. So she relinquishes the title. Poor Denise has been waiting for this fight for I think almost a year now.
Yeah.
And now they just make her the champion. And it's like, that's so anticlimactic for her. Like
they didn't put her up against anyone.
No, so because
here's
the thing, Nicole,
making her the champion. She was the interim already. I understand it's interim.
Give her another fight. Give her another fight against anybody else, and go. The winner of this is now the champion.
Yeah,
but
another top contender.
Yeah.
The problem is Nicole. The problem is, Nicole, until you fly over to Singapore, they don't even have anybody on their roster.
It's
I don't know what.
Don't call me.
Chatri, call her up. Let's see what else. What fight are you most? Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
No, go.
All right. My question is, what do we think of Timmy B's mustache?
No, this is
It's honestly epic, and I think that he should probably shave it just so that all the other men don't feel bad about their mustache.
Oh, I was telling him he needs to wear it to FLA.
I think he should too, actually. I need to see it in person.
I do not want to get fired. I do not want to get shunned out of the arena. They were just like, get the hell out of here, you creepo.
I'm going to judge you for your facial hair.
I will show up in a white van with this mustache. Like
you
that's how
like
I will.
The victim and the molester.
What?
You look like both. Like if you shaved it, you'd look like the victim, and then if you keep it on, you look like the predator.
Yeah. Perfect. God, I can't wait to end this podcast. What did I want? Oh, here's something I've been waiting for a female to have, because we haven't had a female guest in a while. BamBam.
Yeah.
If you were to get so Nicole, here's the deal: you are famous, you start fighting, you become a professional, you're doing well in your career, right? And everybody knows, no chance, Nicole McMahon, right? Like they know it. They bought the t-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah, Nicole BamBam McMahon. They know they bought the t-shirts. They're vested in you. You've got your social media following. You're doing all that stuff, and then you get married. Do you change your name?
I can't even picture that, honestly, Tim. That's so
such a ridiculous thing.
It is such a ridiculous idea. Like, when am I gonna have the time?
Yeah. Okay. Because hold on, where's my?
There is. I know there's quite a few women that have been. Maybe they were together with somebody before, but then they got married, made it official, and they either didn't keep the last name, changed the last name, or they did
Well,
like
what
a
is
hyphen. I mean, look at
Yeah.
Ian Gary.
Yeah. He did take his wife's
It's
husband's last
true.
name. That's very nice of him.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You know,
Was it Tisha Pennington?
that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yes.
I had that. So
Because it used to be Tiny Tornado, and it made
Yeah,
sense
Torres.
because her last name.
Tisha
Yes,
Torres,
Torres.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
funny. I think I screwed up. I did have that saved to be able to put it up on the screen because I have been saving this for a while because now it's Tisha Pennington. And I'm like,
It doesn't go with the tornado as much.
it doesn't
Well,
go
I
with the
think,
tornado. It does, but it's
what's
just
her name?
it's weird, Bam Bam, because I just feel like even if you change it for your personal living
I
situation,
feel like in that situation, it's okay because like Raquel's obviously like a name of her own within the
Yeah.
sport, so like it's like you get it. But like
Yeah.
maybe like if you were super famous and like this other last name, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you want to restart it all. You know?
Yeah,
I
something
guess, I
new.
mean,
Switch it
I
up.
guess.
What is it?
It's just a weird-
Michelle
different
Waterton?
way.
Michelle
but
Waterton? Is
she
it-
hyphenated. She went Waterson dash
Hyphenated, right?
Gomez. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Still though.
okay.
But I get
But
it.
Nicole, like, so what do you say though? Change the name or no? As a woman, like, we can't talk about this because then it'd be sexist. So
I think it's up to the person, honestly. I think
I
we're
don't know.
past the day and age where everybody even changes their name. Some
That's
people
true,
just
too.
don't, you know?
Yeah.
It's old school. So if someone's old school and they want to like honor their partner in that way, then like what a huge honor that is, you know? To be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
look, I've made my name famous, but I want to take on yours. I think that's a really special thing to do for someone. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
I
imagine
got it.
that right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you from training too long because I know you're still
Yeah.
going to go. You're going training right now. Like the gym is right behind you, kind of thing.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So I won't keep you
Right
too
through
long.
that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just and like
It literally is. Someone gonna bust
Yeah.
in. No, I locked the door. So none of
Get a
them
haircut and go right into action.
Yeah.
Exactly. What a great place to get. Why don't you come get your haircut before FLA, Timmy?
Seriously.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, how much is the haircut? I gotta know. My
$40. I just looked at the sign.
that's not actually that's not
$40
bad. That's
for a
pretty
men's
good.
Cut. You shave that mustache, I can get you the $25 kid cut.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh my god! I want a lollipop at the end and everything. Who
Maybe
does
you
the
could
hair?
leave it because you could do the razor or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, like the
Clean
warm
shaven.
thing. Who does the hair cutting? Is it one of the fighters? Like, is it?
Actually, yeah, one of them does. We have there is a barber who does work here, but there's also Brandon Binder is a barber as well.
Oh.
He's been doing the cuts out of here. Yeah,
Nice,
and they're
nice. Great
training
fighter.
our young guy Jacob too. Wait till you see him. He's only 17 right now, but he's been training with us since he was 15, and
There
that
you
kid
go.
is going to be
That
a
next
killer.
generation.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
100%. We've got some scary boys in this room, that's for sure.
It's so crazy, and I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for you to be able to make your walk for the first time too. And because the thing is too, the more female fights you get around the world, mind you, because like I do always yell at ONE FC because they'll have whole cards with no female fighters, and I'm like, it's ridiculous. You can't like, how can you have
Yeah.
cards with not one female fight? But like the
Mhm.
more female fights we get, the more it encourages the younger breed to get into it. It more it inspires people. So like it's something.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like when it happens. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to fight. Before we let you go, is there anything that you want to say to the fans, viewers, and listeners?
Well, yeah, I guess. Like I'm excited about like what you're saying about like getting more women to fight, and I think that like walking into these gyms, it can be super intimidating. But like as soon as you do, and I'm sure you guys know yourselves, like when you meet like any of the fighters, they're like literally the nicest people you've ever met in your life, you know, and
Yeah.
super encouraging. So I think just taking that step and being consistent is how you get there and see if it's right for you. So I'd love to see more women in the sport. I'm super excited for FLA 20, even though I'm not going to be getting in the cage, but I'm super excited to cheer on my team. We've got Kristen, who's been one of my main training partners for the past year now. We actually have like, I always tell her that it's the most beautiful love story ever told. She saw me, she saw me in one of our Tower One videos, and like she's from Newfoundland, and Gavin and Jake always go down to visit them and do some sessions there. So she came up actually with a plan just to train with me for 6 weeks before my fight last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's how we met. And I was like, you know what, you should just stay. And she was like, yeah, I think I should. So then she's been here ever since. She never went back.
That's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm
there you
super
go.
excited to see her get in there. And Simon's
Oh,
making
very
his
cool.
pro debut, and it's going to be like a big night for Abdel. So it's going to be a really fun night. So I'm excited for that. So everybody get the pay-per-view, come watch. Bam Bam, come down and watch, and we'll shave Timmy's mustache together.
Yes, I definitely need to make it out there. I've been talking about like
Yeah.
possibly doing a seminar and everything too, coming out there and doing a seminar.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff,
you can
so.
check out the barber shop in the gym. Yeah, do one here. That'd be awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely trying to get in the work, so we'll make it happen.
And
Sweet.
for all of this, I don't know how much Grumpy's owes you for all this promotion that you've done on this podcast, but cash in on that. Nicole, I'm very excited. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Like I said, I've known you for quite a while now. I think when I first met you, I'm just like, oh, this is just a fan or whatever. I didn't realize that you're a fighter and then you're kicking ass and everything. So I'm really proud of you. I can't wait to see it all happen. And look, on whatever card it's going to be, we're going to be supportive of you and big fans.
Yeah,
and of course,
absolutely.
like you shouted out, like Abdel. Look, this is a huge fight for him, Bam Bam. He's fighting Slick J, Justin Vasquez, coming up from Miami. This kid looks like a Jorge Masvidal clone. And this fight's going to be good, man. I know that it's going to be a crazy fight.
A lot of fun,
and
sure.
both of them, Bam Bam, are like knocking on the UFC's door. So they both want there. So
Eyes
this is
going
going
to
to
be
be
on them.
Crazy high level fight. This is going to be an absolute banger. So excited. Nicole, one last question before I let you go. It's a question that my mom used to ask me almost every day of my life growing up. So I'm going to ask it to you on a scale of 1 to 10. How happy are you?
I'm probably a 9.
Oh, good answer. All right. Can I ask
I mean,
a little bit
it's
about...
been less because of the heartache of recent, but
sure.
No, yeah. I
Good
try
for
to
you.
be, I try to just I never wanted a lot out of life. I just wanted to be happy, and I got my kids, and I've got a great team who's my family, So what else could I really want,
Yeah.
That's all anybody can want, Nicole. So I'm very happy for you, and congratulations on all your successes and all the successes to come. I'll see you by the time this drops, it's going to be in a little over 1 week, 8 days. I'll see you. We'll see you at the weigh-ins. It's going to be very exciting. Guys, go check it out. I'll put this picture up here. It is FLA20, FightLeagueAtlantic.com. Get your tickets, get the pay-per-view there. You do not want to miss it. Incredible fights, an incredible event. FLA20, Nicole McMahon, thank you so much for joining the podcast. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so
Nicole,
much.
It's been great talking with you.
Hopefully
when I do come out, you're fighting on the card.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yes.
We'll work out that.
There you
go.
go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You can wear Bam Bam merch that will already be there. You know what I mean?
Both of us.
Yeah, 2 Bam Bams. Bam Bam McMahon.
Merch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bam and Bam.
Yeah.
Exactly. See you later, Nicole. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Nicole McMahon. I've been waiting to have her on the podcast for a long time, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Such a cool person, such a good person, and really epitomizes East Coast Canada, man. Just good people out there, badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm dying to see her in that cage. I want to see her fight. Look, guys, thank you so much for joining the podcast. Next week on the podcast, I do not know. But Bam Bam, I was this close to landing Johnny Eblin. He was actually going to come on the podcast tomorrow, but I've got a scheduling conflict, so I can't do it. But I am so I booked him technically, but then I canceled him. So Johnny Eblin, get on the podcast. God damn it. I'm very excited. So maybe next week that will be the thing. I'm also trying to get his opponent, Van Steenis, on the podcast as well. Whoever is headlining PFL Africa, I want to talk to you because I want to know what the hell's happening. And Bam Bam, one of our friends, speaking of friends of the podcast update that we normally do, friends of the podcast update, our friend, Corey Overtime Anderson.
Yes, got booked finally. Good for him.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good for him. He's got booked. It is not a title fight.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Not a title fight. But we're happy to have him finally matched up, have a fight. Him go out there, take care of business, and then hopefully his next one is the title fight for the PFL title. It should be. This one should be. But I'm very happy to see him get his fight scheduled.
Here's what's so weird. He's the light heavyweight champion, but he's fighting at heavyweight.
Okay.
For unknown reasons. They also don't have a heavyweight champion. They lost Bader. Bader's gone.
Yeah.
Just make that the heavyweight title.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Make
What
it a
is the
heavyweight title
problem
fight.
here? Just make the Corey Overtime Anderson fight the heavyweight title fight. No one would bat an eye.
Yeah.
Just get these divisions moving, man.
Yeah.
And you're
no one would
paying.
be
I mean,
upset.
here's the thing, Bam Bam. You have to be paying Corey Overtime Anderson his championship pay.
Yeah, because he is the
right?
champ.
You're not going to underpay him, so you're paying him championship pay anyways. Make the title. Let's go.
Make it a title fight. Yep, for the heavyweight belt.
I don't know what the deal is, but I would say, did I not upload something? I had a picture here, but it is not here. I had a picture, but anyways, conspiracy of the week time.
Wait. I have a friend of the podcast update.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Destiny McCubbin got signed with Slap. What is it called? Slap fights? I don't know.
Power Slap
fights. Power Slap. Gosh, thank you. Power Slap. Just got signed. I was gonna say Slap fights. Power Slap. She just signed for that. So
you know what's so funny? Yeah. So you know what's so funny is we gave you just gave Bam Bam McMahon the blessing to use the nickname. Yeah. I politely messaged Destiny McCubbin, gave her my blessing to compete in Power Slap. She knew I was not a fan. She knew I wasn't like too happy with her doing it because I'm like, look, if you want to do combat sports, just go kick some girl's ass.
Yeah.
But she wants to do it. She thinks it's good for social media. She thinks it's good for her brand and all that. We did just last week speak to Darren Godfrey, so I'm a little bit into the Power Slap for now.
Yeah, good dude.
So, Destiny McCubbin, go kick some ass. Go get yours.
You gotta do the blessings. Come on.
Oh, sorry, Destiny McCubbin. The blessing has been passed.
There we go. Yeah.
I don't want to go to hell for like sacrilegious reasons. You know what I mean?
Oh, just do like the knighting right there, like a shoulder.
The knighting, shoulder. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's how I should have done. Shoulder. Yeah. So I had a picture up, but I don't know why my screen is all messed up today for pictures. But yeah, so we knew that PFL Cape Town was going to be there.
I'm working on getting him on. Working on getting Johnny Eblin on. We'll see.
We will.
Come on.
Look, I will try to get this picture up, but I have a conspiracy theory, Bam Bam.
All right, let's hear it. Yes.
Francis Ngannou will be fighting at PFL Africa.
This is now like leakage, or is this the conspiracy?
It's a conspiracy theory / someone has kind of hinted that. Someone has kind of hinted that towards me.
Okay.
And
can be conspiracy banner. Where's that?
Boom. Yeah. And I think it's going to happen, man. I think the only reason you've done this and you've put the PFL Champion Series after PFL Africa with the co-main Johnny Eblin and Van Steenis and the main event Johnny Eblin and Van Steenis, the co-main Dakota Decheva and Iniko.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. I think they're going to, and remember, it's on the same night as UFC 317 with the Poirier versus Max Holloway. Why would you go up against that? Why would you change the date to go up against that? Plus, there's the Usyk and Dubois boxing match. Too much going on that night.
Different time too, though, right? It might be during the day.
But Bam,
I know it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Honestly,
because
it really doesn't.
Because the thing is, if you're someone like with a girlfriend or a wife, right? It's hard to just go like, "Hey, all day I'm out,
all day,
I'm gone all day, goodbye." Like it's never happening. No, like that's not going to happen. So like you need to kind of like pace up. I think like look, what we're recording this. What day is today? May the 27th. Fight Insight podcast is predicting that in some form or capacity, I don't know whether it be a boxing fight or an MMA fight, Francis Ngannou will be fighting at PFL Africa and or the Champion Series, but he will be fighting at PFL in Cape Town on that night.
Okay. So where do you think he lands on the card, though? Do you think he goes before the main and co-main, Johnny Evelyn, Dakota Cheva or whatever, or do you think he goes after? Like, where do you put Ngannou being like the superstar that he is for PFL? Do you put him above the title fights if it's not for a title? Do you put him below? Where do you put him?
I think if you don't have him headline PFL Africa,
okay,
that's a huge miss.
Yeah.
But
so he's got to be above the two
but then
title
what?
fights.
That's what makes it weird, right?
Because it's
no.
PFL Africa / champions, whatever, right?
But that's what's weird, though, because as far as we know, PFL Africa is the first card, and then it goes to Champion Series. So really, if you're going to have Ngannou cap off the night, you'd have to put him on Champion Series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So wait a minute, are they there the same? It's at the same place, right?
I'm like 99% sure it's PFL Africa in whatever arena, and then you just commercial break, and then PFL. Boom, you're into the Champion Series. Which right now we've got 4 fights on the card from what we know. Okay.
Of the Champion Series?
On the Champion Series, we've got 4 fights. So I'm getting the picture loaded up now. I apologize.
Okay, so I have,
but there's 4 fights.
Thought process. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't hurt yourself. Yeah.
Dang it. I think it's just like the PFL Championship Series is just what they're going to call it when they have championship fights.
No.
On the card.
No.
On the card.
No. The Champion Series is that non-tournament cards. That's what like the Bellator cards were.
Yeah. So just like they're
but then they didn't have title fights on every stupid card because they were so dumb. Here it is. Here's my picture. Okay. So this is what you've got right now. You've got Eblin versus Van Steenis as what appears to be the PFL Champions main event for the middleweight world title. What world title? As far as we know, it's the Bellator title on the line. And then you get Decheva versus Inaba. Sumiko Inaba, that's the name. Then you've got AJ McKee versus Magomedov. And then you've got Golstov versus, there's our boy, Corey Anderson.
Yeah.
But
wait. So wait, the Dakota fight, that's a championship fight too?
Nope, it is not. It is not, because remember, Dakota just has a Grand Prix belt in a sense, because she won the tournament. You get a belt, but it's more like a trophy. You don't defend that.
Yeah.
But amazingly, you don't even have her fighting for a title. And the reason is because if she's fighting for any kind of standalone title, you better go get goddamn Liz Carmouche, who's the Bellator champion, and have her defend that bad boy and add lineage to that title.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anyways, but I'm saying Francis Ngannou is fighting on that card. Someone messaged me and told me that is the deal. So very interesting to see what happens. Yeah, you heard it first, man. So someone told me that they know that something is going to happen. And I am now leveraging that and predicting that it's going to be that. Now, look. Next thing, and I could not speak about this with Nicole McMahon. I was flirting with the idea, but then I said no. Because it's too adult and it's too rude.
Which is it?
You saw this news. Corey Sandhagen reveals how much money he's making on OnlyFans. He does it with good old tinfoil Mike Perry.
Tinfoil Mike Perry talking about balls. Right up his lane.
Guess what tinfoil Mike Perry doesn't do, Bam Bam?
Sell ball picks.
Accept challenges from your boy.
Accept challenges. Yeah. He be running.
Let's do that again. Hold on, we'll edit this in.
Yeah, okay.
Guess what tinfoil Mike Perry does not talk about, Bam Bam?
Oh, he doesn't accept challenges from your boy right here. He's running scared.
That's it. Wimp. Look, Bam Bam.
Oh.
Here's the story, man. Corey Sandhagen says that he's making like $2 million in a month or a couple months, whatever the hell this period of time. I don't care. Lifetime, $2 million is insane.
Yeah. Well, just the other day, I mean, I opened up an OnlyFans for no reason at all.
Bam Bam. First of all, do you believe the story is true?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe the story is true at all. I don't think, like, whatever, if he does sell the pictures of his balls, whatever, but I don't believe that he's made that much by selling those. I think it's more of a hoax thing to play on it for people to go there. And maybe if he is selling pictures of his thing, it's his way of advertising it in a sense. Where like, yeah, they're there. I've made $1 million, $2 million. And so it's like drawing people over so he gets more buys of his sack. I don't know. I don't really believe it, honestly.
Who's buying this? It's not women, right?
This? I don't think it's women.
No, for sure it's not women. No woman has ever said, I want a picture of that.
No.
Now, here's my next question. Is Corey Sandhagen famous enough that people would care that it's him?
I don't know. I think...
oh, my God. Bam, Bam. The answer is no. What?
Well, no, but I mean... But if some dudes are into ball picks or something like that, apparently, if they can get him, I don't know.
But
and that's what I'm saying, too.
Sandhagen, is his name contributing to the sale of that?
Partially. I mean, I don't know.
No.
Obviously,
zero.
I don't feel like...
He's not even selling tickets to a pay-per-view, Bam Bam. No offense. No offense.
I like Corey Sandhagen.
I know. He's married,
not like,
by the way.
I like your balls,
married.
Corey Sandhagen, but I didn't know that.
He's married.
I didn't know that.
He's married.
I like Corey Sandhagen. We got to get Corey Sandhagen on here to talk to him about his balls.
No, get the hell
and
out of here.
And also being married. And
he got married on
how that goes by.
He got married on September 7th, 2023, I believe, to a lovely lady named Erica. Now, maybe they're not together anymore. I don't know. I hope they are together.
Whatever, you're bringing in money because you're selling pigs.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Bam Bam. No.
But I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. But
so you don't think it's true? Oh, hold on. Do you not think he has those photos up, or do you think it's not true that he's made that amount of money?
I don't think he's made that amount of money doing it. If he has, fuck it.
No.
Golf clap for you, my man.
No. Bam Bam, you and I are old souls. What does that say? What does that say about the status of our society? That is
honestly, the truth is like, yes, I'm not for it. I'm not for, you going on OnlyFans and selling your body or whatever, any of that. I'm not for it. But if he did make the money and he is for it, doing that, I mean, whatever, like, support your own. I can't say like,
man?
Come on, what am I supposed to say about that? Like,
it's crazy.
Do I agree with like selling your pics of your pieces and stuff? No. Am I like, you made that much money for your family doing it? Okay, like, not my way I would have done it, but
no, just absolutely bonkers.
I don't believe it, though. I don't believe he's made that much.
I don't it's just crazy because there's so many things. I mean, we're over time now anyways, but there's so many things wrong about this. There's so many things wrong about it that it's so confusing for me. I don't know. I guess I don't know why you would brag about it or why you would even bring it up. Even if you were doing it, because here's the thing. If you were making that money.
That's what I'm saying. It's a ploy. It's a ploy.
But he does have those photos on there. Go sign up and let me know what it looks like.
What?
Huh?
If I'm signing up, it wouldn't be to go on his profile and check to see if he has no pictures. What are you getting at? Come on. What are you getting at?
First of all, you and I are both married. You better not even. We don't even know what OnlyFans is.
I don't. Honestly, I've never even been on it. I've never seen anybody's profile.
Neither do I. I have no idea.
I don't even know how it's done. But the other day, for some reason, I just started one for no reason.
Bam Bam pieces.
I saw $2 million pop out of nowhere for something. Yeah.
No,
Like, okay.
First of all,
Just,
I mean, if those pictures weren't there, I'm assuming someone would have like fact checked that by now and said,
well, I
hold on,
saw
this guy's
something
lying.
that someone posted it, and like someone asked it. I forget which profile it was, but they were like, let me know if this is true in the comments. And like, there was dudes commenting that said like,
saying yes.
facts. Yes, facts. It's like, whoa, okay.
But here's the thing. So even if you put that up there, right? Nobody was going to his page because of who he was. So it's more just like a weird sex thing.
No, I think his content
means-
that he posts normally on, I don't know if it's on OnlyFans or whatever, but I think he posts like striking content, MMA content on there normally,
No, Bam Bam.
or on something.
No, disagree 1,000,000%.
About what?
Because there's no
Content?
way he had a normal. Yeah, there's no way he was putting. I don't know how anything works, but I guarantee you, there's no way he's putting photos of him doing jab, cross, uppercut, hook, and then the next thing you scroll to is. No,
well, I don't
way,
think it's something
because
I don't think it's something you like scroll to. I think it's something you have to like request and pay for, and then you get it.
I don't know. We need to research this.
I'm not sure how this works.
Yep.
I'm not the guy to research this, especially this in particular.
No, I research everything on this goddamn show, Bam Bam. You can take one for the team. I need you to go to Corey Sandhagen's OnlyFans
I'm not.
and figure this crap out. No, it is terrible.
No, thank you.
Society is doomed. Society is doomed if that's the case, because why would that even be a thing? Like, it's just ridiculous. And similar to how Nicole McMahon is inspiring young women to be better, be a better version of yourself, achieve your dreams and do all that. This kind of crap only inspires people to be degenerate and to blah, 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 right? Like, and to take an easy way and to what. I'm zero fan of this, dude. Zero fan of this for so many reasons.
Fan of it.
Also, there is no way in hell. I don't even care that it would make a lot of money. There's no way in hell that my wife would be okay with that, right? Like, that's just, to me, I can't even understand that either.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. But anyways, what a terrible way to end the show, which was a good show until we talked about that. But like, how can you not talk about that? There's other stuff I want to talk about, but we're running late into the show. I got to get going. So Bam Bam, thank you so much, man.
Yes, thank you.
Next week, we'll figure something out. We'll find a good guest. We'll do something. Otherwise, we'll just talk about all your research on Corey Sandhagen's Instagram. Well,
I'm not researching.
No, I'm gonna mail you the $5. Checks in the mail.
Hell no.
Sign up and enjoy it. All right. Bam Bam. See you later, my friend.
Later.
Bye.